I'm Tasha and this is my kitchen. This week I'm going to share with you how to make papas rellenas, also known as potato balls, stuffed potato balls. We're going to stuff them with picadillo. Stay tuned, stay with me. Let's do this thing. So to make the potato balls, you're going to take your meat and after it's cooked, put it in the fridge and let it cool to the point where it gets firm. The meat itself is going to become firm to the point where you can form it into what looks like a meatball. So as you can see here, this is an example of chunks of meats that I took and I formed it into a ball to look like a meatball practically. So you're going to form it into a meatball. It may be slightly wet, but don't worry about it. Once you form it into a meatball, set it aside. Wash your hands before you start dealing with the potato mixture. So what you want to do from here is you take your potato mixture and I start flattening it out to the size, almost the length of my entire hand. So once you've done that, you're going to take the meatball, the meatball, that's funny. You're going to take the meatball that you created and you're going to put it right in the center. And you're going to take the potato and just wrap it around. And if it breaks or cracks, don't sweat it. Don't freak out, be like, oh my gosh, it's not working. If some of the meat is being revealed, not a big deal because it's potatoes, like Play-Doh, like I said. So you can take little pieces that you still have and just kind of use it to cover up some of those gaps. And it's not gonna look perfect. You may see a couple cracks, you may see some of the meat being revealed from the potato, but it's not the end of the world. You know why? Because we're gonna do an egg wash later and we're gonna cover it with breadcrumbs. And you're not even gonna notice the imperfections that your potato ball is gonna have. So let's move on to the next step. So now that our potatoes are done, the next step that we're gonna do is do an egg wash. We're gonna make an egg wash. Now this requires 3 ingredients to do the egg wash. The first one is an egg. We're gonna use 1 whole egg. Just crack it open. After the egg, you want to incorporate 3 tablespoons of flour, all-purpose flour. And I like to mix this first, these two. I like to combine it. Now the next step is to add our 2 tablespoons of milk, and that is our egg mixture. We're gonna dip them in this egg wash first before we dip them into the panko breadcrumbs. Now once this is done, we're gonna take our panko breadcrumbs. I love panko breadcrumbs for this dish because it really provides a crunchy exterior that regular breadcrumbs, like, for me, doesn't do it. But use whatever breadcrumbs you like or you have accessible. If you want to make your own, that's fine. Another thing I like to do is to season my egg wash as well as the breadcrumbs. Just a little bit of salt so it's not bland. Now the next thing you want to do is you want to take your potato ball and we're going to dip it in the egg wash first. So we're going to take our egg wash and place our potato ball inside of it. And we want to coat it. We're going to coat our potato ball as best as possible. And then from there, you're going to take your potato ball and you're going to place it in the breadcrumb mixture. And just put some on top and then start twirling it around. And now you just set it and put it aside and do the rest of the balls. Once the oil is ready, you can take your potato ball, place it gently in the hot oil, Gently. Don't throw it in there because you're trying to burn yourself now. Turn it around occasionally because you don't want it to brown too much on one side. This is the perfect potato ball. Now, what I like to do is accompany it with some hot sauce. Watch. Wow. You hear that crunch? I ain't trying to do a mukbang video, but this is too good. The recipe you can find down below within the description. Until next time, don't forget, it's Cha-Cha. This is my kitchen. Let's do this thing.